Well, today was the signing of the MOU for KCR, and this has been 2 years in the making in terms of coming to somewhat an understanding. And a lot of this work was the building of relationship in terms of understanding where Kahnawake is coming from, because we're not like other places in our view of where we want to go in terms of our future, in terms of governance. And one of the things we said to Mark Miller when he became the minister for Cernak was, look, we're not looking at sitting at what some people are calling termination tables or rights and recognition tables. What we're talking about is Kahnawake has been actively in the business of self-determination for as long as we can remember. And so what we're talking about is how do we work together, come to an understanding and agreement in terms of Kahnawake's ability to have a full exercise of self-determination. We don't replace the Mohawk Nation, but we do have a part to play in terms of how we interact and interface with the Government of Canada.
This is a very important day, a very significant day as we signed this MOU. Many years of work has gone into getting to this point, and I want to thank all those who've been involved. But this is a real signal of where we're going next, which is tables where we will have substantive discussions on a range of issues, including, land management, justice, laws, and so on. So these are not easy discussions. These are not, fast discussions. These will take time, but it very much signals where our commitment and the commitment of the Mohawk Council and Kanawake to advance the self-determination on matters that are important to them and to their aspirations of self-determination.
There is a lot of work that has to be done, and I know a lot of people in the community don't really understand what an MOU does, but it really just sets the stage and a framework of how we're going to work together through the issues that we have. Within the MOU, there's about 8 or 9 different areas that are identified, such as lands and membership and environment, and they're all listed out there. So the thing is, it just allows us to have tables, sectoral tables, which we've done in the past. Unfortunately, the previous KCR stalled, and we couldn't get things over the line, hence why we needed Deborah Korber, a ministerial appointed representative, to help move these issues forward and ultimately get us to this date today so that we can have a renewed framework for a relationship moving forward. So it is historic, it is important, it really will set the stage, like I said, for us to be able to really have discussion and hopefully finality on some of these issues that have been long-standing.
Well, I'm just happy that today is happening. It's really good. These are important moments in time, but they're not frozen. They are living, active relationships of nation-to-nation relationships. And we know in the past how fraught the relationship has been with Canada. And this is something that the Council and the people of Kahnawake have been fighting for a while, just to have a respectful relationship, a renewed relationship. And I think this is a focal point where we can focus our minds on these things. It's nice to see Gary bring this across the finish line. The teams that worked on it are dedicated to it, and I think but the proof of it obviously will be in how it gets operationalized, how the matters that are embodied in the paper that has been signed get put into practice. And I think that's good, that's positive, but it takes more effort. But I think Canada's here, and I think the people here around the table, we're pretty clear in making the point that while they're signing it today, that it'll be nice to see what it yields concretely in the future.
This is all about how do you come out of the Indian Act, okay? How do you move forward? What is that going to look like? As Mohawk people, I think our view is it's already pretty well set in stone in terms of what that would look like. And it really is about self-determination. I think that's an important point to make.